Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes.
Hey guys, Amber here with A Meeple Family, and before I, even get started on my list, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. It really is encouraging to me as I am reintroducing myself back into YouTube, and I just really appreciate it. Would love to have you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. That really makes me feel like I'm not in oblivion here all by myself. So I know that people are watching and here with me. I'm not alone. But yeah, regardless of all that, just wanted to take a second and start off by saying thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for welcoming me back into this space and making me feel like a member of the community. I just wanted to say thanks. We're diving into another round of my top 100 board games, and I am loving this countdown more and more as we go. I want to play all of these games. Just talking about them and highlighting them is making me just want to get them to the table. Hopefully you guys are feeling that too as you are listening and following along on this list. So without any more chatting, let's jump into numbers 80 through 71, and don't forget, if you want to see the prior videos, I will have them linked in the description below. All right, we are starting off with number 80, and this is Disney Villainous. Yes, the entire series. I cannot just pick one box. My kids love Villainous, which means it hits the table a lot. Me, I personally have a love-hate relationship with it. As a Disney fan, I adore the theme, and I really enjoy discovering how each villain plays differently. But sometimes just the way the game plays, I feel like I'm constantly taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Some characters just feel like an uphill battle where I work so hard to accomplish something only to have it snatched away by a fate card, which is infuriating. With that being said, I cannot ever imagine getting rid of any of my Villainous games. We do not have all of them, but we do have a lot of them, and at some point I can talk about those on the channel. But for me, the memories that I've made playing this game with my kids, with my husband, with my family, with friends around the table, priceless. I mean, really, I love it. It is definitely an experience, and when the right characters are in play, for me anyway, it's a blast. All right, next up is number 79, and this is the game Wild Gardens. This is a game that I originally picked up for the solo scenarios, and they definitely deliver. I mean, I love the puzzle of optimizing my turns and collecting the ingredients, but personally, I completely end up skipping over the flavor text. That's not my favorite way to solo. I know some people love the storytelling aspect, but for me, it's all about chasing the high score. I want the points. I want to get people served their recipes. I want to make the recipes. That's what I'm focused on more so than any of the flavor text that came in the solo campaign. I was actually pleasantly surprised that my kids actually enjoy this game too. It is pretty easy once you get the hang of the movements and just kind of how the action selection works. So the fact that my kids actually enjoy this one too, it just makes it even better since we can all play together, and I can also have the option to play solo if I'm in the mood to. So that is number 79, Wild Gardens. All right, number 78 on my list is Tiny Towns. This is one of the first games I got specifically to play solo. On one hand, it is a really, really clever spatial puzzle, which is not my strongest game suit. You are building out that perfect town while also trying to plan ahead, so it can get really satisfying when that part works, which for me doesn't always happen. This game can absolutely infuriate me when I completely mess up my board and run out of space. Also, when I'm playing with people, for instance, my husband, he will sabotage my turns. He hate drafts cubes, I swear. And so I'm always ugh. But regardless of all that, the challenge that this game presents, it keeps me coming back. And not to mention that it's incredibly easy to teach to new players. Everyone I've taught it to, they love this game. And I do enjoy the solo mode, even though I'm terrible at it, but it allows me to practice and try to get better for when I play with groups. So with that being said, this is at number 78, but I definitely have to be in the right mindset for this game. All right, number 77 is Tari. Tari is a game I will always love. My heart belongs to Tari. It is such a fantastic 2-player game, But don't be confused, that is not how I play it. I play the solo mode that is designed by the actual game designer and is available on Board Game Geek. Now you can also play this on Board Game Arena, which is another option, but I love playing this game solo. The way that the worker placement system creates tension with every move is just what I love about this game. I love how it forces me to think ahead and then also adapt to the AI's moves. Every time I play, I walk away thinking, wow, that is a solid game. I just love it. You're managing resources, you are building a little bit of a tableau. It's one of the solo experiences for me personally that never gets old. Number 76 is the game Gutenberg. This is a historical themed game and they always pull me in. I love historical themed games, but Gutenberg works so well and it's all about the printing press, which is really well integrated into the gameplay, and I feel like it flows really smoothly once you know what you're doing. It's really quick. The turns are quick, the gameplay's quick, and I love it. The mechanics in Gutenberg, I think, feel really intuitive. So you are bidding for actions, you are upgrading your printing press skills, and then you are fulfilling orders. And I love contract fulfillment, so that is a really fun piece of this game that I enjoy. Plus, like I said, it plays really fast, which I really appreciate. It's one of those games that feels satisfying whether I win or lose, and I always walk away wanting to play it again. I also just love the way it looks spread out on my table. All right, number 75 is Village Rails. Now, this game is a wonderful puzzle tableau builder, and it's small, it's quick, and it is very satisfying to play. I love planning out my routes and maximizing the scoring opportunities, and of course trying to make everything fit just perfectly and just right, and all my tracks and all my little accomplishments you can earn along the way. The solo mode is a great challenge, and it's one of those games that I can literally set up and play within 30 minutes and still feel like I, played a good board game. I mean, it offered enough punch to make it worth my time and energy. It is also so small that this is another one that I can typically travel with, which I love. All right, number 74 is Takenoko. I have played this so much, but specifically, I spend a lot of time on the app of this one. I love the app of this one, and every time I play it, I have a smile on my face. There's just something about managing the bamboo, moving the gardener, and making sure the adorable panda doesn't ruin my plans that makes me so happy. It's such a light game. I love the theme, and it gives me those little moments of strategy that I really love. Of course, the physical game is gorgeous, but I will admit and confess that I think playing the app is way easier, and that is typically the game that I play, like when I'm taking my kids on sporting events or anything like that where I'm in the car or I'm in line waiting. I will pull that out and I will play it all the time. I don't know why, but I just love it, and that is why it's on my list at 74. Okay, for number 73, this is the game Verdant. I am a huge sucker for games with achievements and solo challenges, which AEG and Flat Out Games often do in the back of their rule books. There's something about, seeing these achievements and the different solo challenges and the to-do list person in me, I have to check all the boxes. So I'm always returning to Verdant, Calico, Cascadia, those three in particular that I own, and trying to, complete all of the achievements and solo scenarios successfully. And because I have that drive in me to get that to-do list done, this hits my table a lot, and I've just really grown to love this game. Basically, the way that this game plays is you have plants, you have rooms, you have sunlight, and at the core, you're building a tableau and trying to position cards so that you can score the most. There's obviously a lot of miscellaneous rules I won't go into here, but I love this game. I love the way it looks on my table. I've played it so much now that it's just a wonderful game that I could put a movie on or a TV show and also be, playing this game and building out my rooms and my plants while that show's on, because I've just done it so much, played it so much. I mean, this is one where my cards are getting worn. So this is one that I really love, and that is number 73. All right, number 72 is a newer game, but I love it, and I don't really have anything else quite like it, and that is the game Umbrella. So even though this game is new to my collection, I absolutely adore the solo mode. I don't even really like to play this one with multiplayer, but I love the solo mode. I don't know what it is, but something about the way it plays, I just love it. I love it. It's like a push puzzle. And it reminds me of the cheap little plastic ones I used to get, you know, when you move the pieces around to get the right pattern. I like the decision space. I think it's beautiful and colorful. And whenever I have it out, you know, everybody's like, ooh, what are you playing? Because it's just so bright. It just has a beautiful look to it. This is a game that I call a coffee table game because typically this is one I'm playing. You know, we have a show on and I'm just kind of puzzling it out on the coffee table while we're watching a show, a TV series, a movie, whatever. But this is the game Umbrella. I absolutely love it. You're basically trying to create different patterns with these umbrellas, which are all these beautiful different colors. And it is kind of like a push puzzle where you're pushing a piece in and a piece is coming out the other way. So you are kind of thinking ahead of how to create these different patterns and fulfill these kind of different contracts that you're getting. Really fun. I absolutely love it. If you guys haven't had a chance to try it, I recommend it. It's one of my favorites. Okay, we are already to the last game of this video, which is Decula. Decula is a go-to solo card game when I'm on the move. So this is one I take with me on vacations. If we're like on a quick weekend getaway or something like that, this is one I will bring. I absolutely love it. I love the artwork. I love everything about it. It is so fun. So the way that Decula plays is obviously you have a deck of cards, you play as a vampire, and you're basically trying to like reinvigorate your castle, but you don't want the visitors that are coming there to kill you. So it's a really quick decision space where you're just flipping one card at a time and you're making a decision and kind of like mitigating risk and using some of the cards' powers to kind of help you mitigate dying, really. And so it is so much fun. I love the artwork. Like I said, it's the size of a deck of cards. I don't know why I didn't bring it down here with me, but it's small, it's easy. And I will put a link down in the description where you can buy this. I think it is on one of the kind of self-publishing, self-printing websites. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. I think that's where I bought it from. I've been really happy with this one though, and it will definitely be always, always and forever one of my favorite solo games. Of course, I have so many more that I love, but that is my number 71, Decula. All right, well that wraps up another 10 games, which I can't believe that, in my personal top 100. This set in particular has a lot of my favorite solo games, some quick puzzle games, and even a few games, like I said, that I love to travel with. So I would love to know in the comments below if you like any of these games, if any of them are on your list, or if you're curious about any of these games. Yeah, basically just comment down below. Let me know what you think. So that was 80 through 71. I cannot believe it. We're getting there. I am getting really excited as this list dwindles down to just share some of my absolute favorite games with you guys. And hopefully they'll resonate with you, or maybe even be some you haven't heard of. I am so thankful that you are watching this series. I would love to have you give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. That definitely helps my channel grow and makes me feel not alone in this process, and I just really appreciate it. So I will see you guys next week.
You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.